1, 2, 3.
Welcome.
Yeah, where's Tamee?
Let's get on with
Let's
the show.
do it. Let's go.
Welcome, everyone. We have made it.
Hey!
We have made it.
We did. It's Friday every day here.
It is Friday every day.
Because we're literally only here on Fridays.
It is Friday every day in Awesome Town.
In Awesome Town, it's Friday every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am dressed all colorful.
You are so colorful.
I heard we're going to do colorful cocktails because we are also celebrating Holi.
Holi.
Is that how you say it, Holi? I thought it was Holi.
Not a clue in the world.
Okay, because I heard that people mix it up with like holy, like the Holy Ghost kind of thing.
That makes sense.
But we can enlighten everyone what Holi is. Holi is basically a Hindu festival, right? So everyone's going nuts in parts of India right now, Nepal.
Yeah.
Tell you what, on the drive over here, I drove past a Hindu church.
Yeah.
First off, I would have fit right in.
You would, yeah, I imagine.
I would have been one of them.
Yeah.
Nobody would have known I was not Indian.
Yeah.
Okay. They were going at it. It was music, and they wear the brightest colors because Holi is the festival of colors. It's the beginning of spring, so it's the festival of spring. It's the festival of love and forgiveness, and basically the festival of good conquering over evil. You're supposed to wear the brightest colors to celebrate Holi because it's the beginning of spring and love and everything joyful.
I love it. I wore my most festive shirts.
Very colorful.
Yes, this is my most festive shirt. This is the one that I wear when I am in such a good mood that I cannot hide it. I can't keep it inside. When my hands are clapping, and I'm wearing this shirt. This is that shirt.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I worked it.
Well, I say let's get to colorful cocktail drink making.
Let's do it.
And celebrate Holi.
I say we do it. Yeah. So we're gonna start off with a. It's tough to call this a classic.
Okay.
Tough to call it a classic, but it is. It has been around in bars for a very long time, and does have a colorful look to it. Yeah. I'm gonna have you actually build this one. So if you'll reach right over there and grab the pint glass. Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna fill this with ice. We're gonna do something that we don't normally do, which is fill our glass with ice first.
Yeah, that doesn't happen that often.
It doesn't happen all that often, but today we are doing this. This cocktail is called the Trash Can. Now, the Trash Can. Now that
sounds delicious.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of these drinks is they don't sound good. The fuzzy navel. Yeah. This is coming from that tradition.
Okay.
Technically, the tradition is coming more from is the Long Island iced tea.
Ooh.
So what? Yeah. So we have a big one ahead of us. Okay. So let's start over here, Tamee. Yeah. We're going to be putting in 3 different liquors and 3 different liqueurs. So this is going to be nothing but booze right to our faces in order to get us celebrating.
Okay.
And maybe
and then pass out.
And then pass out. Okay. Yeah, and then people can draw colorful things on our faces, I think is what we're looking for.
I was in Target and I was in the kids section of face paints. It was difficult for me to not buy it and come with face because they do that. That's what they do. They actually everything is full of color. The festival is spraying people with water guns and throwing these chalky colors everywhere. Everyone is literally like a tie-dye person.
I love it.
That's how I wanted to come in today. But then I thought, no.
Yeah.
It's,
You would have absolutely showed me up. Let's see next time maybe. Next Holi.
Next Holi.
Holi?
Holi.
Great.
Holi.
We're never
like you got holes in your shirt.
Oh, holy. All right. Let's start off over here with one of your favorites. Yep. This is going to be some vodka. We want 1 ounce. Now, I'm going to say 1 ounce now.
Yes.
And then I'm going to say 1 ounce 5 more times. All of these ingredients are 1 ounces that are going into here.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah, very, very easy. Next thing we're going to be putting in is going to be some gin.
Okay.
So I have some Prairie Gin. How much?
1 ounce.
1 ounce. Nailed it. We are on a roll.
My memory is still on point.
Killing it.
Yes.
Go.
Okay.
Next thing is over next to you. It's that Bacardi. We want that rum.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 full ounce of that.
this already sounds a little strange.
Well, it's going to be very strong is what it's going to end up being. Yes. Now we're going to put our liqueurs in here. The first one we're going to be putting in is going to be some peach liqueur. We have that right here.
All right. Another ounce. Is this all going to fit in?
We might have to take some ice out.
Okay, let me see.
Because we're putting all the booze in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might still fit.
Oh, well, there's a lot more going in.
Oh.
So we're going to put that in. We're also going to be putting in some triple sec.
Okay.
That's the Curacao. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Wow.
1 full ounce.
When did this come out?
This is the 1980s cocktail.
Say,
yeah, this is very
style.
much a. Did you have the neon or the glow?
The tie-dye?
Well, so it was like hyper glow. Basically, if it got wet,
if you sweat,
if you
it
sweat,
changed
yeah.
colors? Yes.
In my school, it wasn't sweating; it was mostly spitting on your own shirt to change it. It was gross. It was disgusting.
Wherever it heats up.
Yeah, wherever it got like a little warm, a little wet.
Yep.
Next thing we're putting in, this is where our color starts to come in. We're going to be putting in 1 ounce of Blue Curacao.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Right.
So, in like a Long Island iced tea, we would have been putting in some citrus in through here, maybe a little cola in through here. That is not the case with this one.
Yeah.
We want this to be a nice, beautiful, clear blue drink.
Boozy drink.
Very, very boozy drink. And for our last ingredient, and for, in fact, our garnish as well, we are going to take that can of Red Bull.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to open it up.
All right.
And we are going to...
One of my favorite
One
things
of your
in the
favorite...
world.
There's vodka and Red Bull in this whole cocktail.
Plus another 17 different things.
I wanted to make Tam happy. I feel like this is what we're doing.
I mean,
now this is not a slowly pour situation, Tammy. This is an upside down as fast as you can get it in, and put the Red Bull in there. It's going to slowly seep out. That's what we're looking for. Should we take out one of those?
Yes.
Take out one of those pieces of ice. So that you can get...
pour it in as quick as possible?
No, not even pour it in.
Put the can in?
So you're going to put the whole can in. So the whole can is going to be sticking outside of the glass. So that's how you're going to drink it. So as quick as possible and get it under the water. There you go. Now, as this starts to leak out, we can start to see that it starts to turn this kind of green color.
Yeah.
So it goes from the blue to the green. We get a double color on top of that. But you can let that sit for a while as you take sips.
But this is like a bathtub overflowing right now.
This is very much, I would recommend, if you're going into a bar in the next couple days, maybe even the next couple weeks, don't order this. A lot of bartenders are still having a little bit of shell shock from yesterday.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
St.
Patrick's Day, of course, yes. That's our Vietnam is basically what that is. So
PTSD going on with all the bartenders right now, right?
Yeah, so we prefer if you don't go in and order a trash can right now. But for those of you...
Or anything with mint.
Yes, stay away from mint.
Don't piss off the bartenders.
And honestly,
with bar glitter.
Can we stop with the Guinness for just a minute? Like, I love Guinness, but can we just stop with it for just a minute? And Irish cream.
Yes.
As this sits here longer, you can start to see that there's definitely a fun gradation that goes onto this. As it starts to mix, this cocktail really is more of a, let's say, a performance piece. This is more Yoko than John. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll get you there for sure, but...
Look, if I stand behind it, the camera can actually pick up the colors.
Yeah? Oh, is it...
Yeah, because you can see through.
There we go.
Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Wow. Okay, how do I drink this now?
I have no idea. Honestly, I've never had one.
Well, I think...
I would
does it
say...
need to get stirred?
No, it doesn't get stirred.
So
it'll
just sip it from
it'll
the top?
stir itself. Yeah, I say just go straight from the top. Yeah, get... we're going to dye you just a little blue.
It's tasty.
I mean, listen, again...
It's strong as...
Certainly not a classic cocktail. This was not... Jerry Thomas was not traveling around making these cocktails. Blue Blazer, Martinez, trash can. That was not how that worked out. Yeah. But some of these drinks do have their place, and as for colorful, you really don't get a lot more colorful than that.
I love it. Look, it's really changing now. You can really tell... The Red Bull's clearly at the bottom, and the booze is on the top.
Yeah. So basically, what this is this is a nightmare in a can.
Yeah.
You're gonna get really drunk, and then you're gonna get down to the energy, and you're gonna get zippy.
And you're gonna want more.
Yeah.
More trash cans.
More trash cans.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Oscar the Grouch actually became himself. Trash cans.
Always knew he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, of course he was.
Kids don't know, but the adults do.
Little fuzzy green man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go.
I love how ginger you were with that.
Wow.
You didn't just throw it away.
Well, no, I mean, you know, you might want to sip on it later on.
Maybe.
We don't know.
Somebody will.
Well, I'll give it a stir.
Yeah.
And then see what it tastes like
Yeah.
a little bit later on.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
We got one colorful cocktail
Wow.
already down, guys. Wait. We got 2 more coming.
Okay, let's check what's going on in the chat right now. We got Mark here, Betty's in the house, Killer Vamp, we got Jay Carter, Paul Bellinardo, and Dixie, Larry, and Danny were already here before the show. Before we went, well, we weren't live, but not for the actual show, for the sneak peek. Rob York, of course, Feed or Not Feed. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in so far. And also what we're going to be doing for the viewers that have just tuned in, ask away. Ask your questions, ask your most desired questions that you would like to know the answers from us. And we will, at the end of the show, we'll be answering a whole bunch of those questions for you. So, ask away. Holi. The Festival of Colors. Did you know that it's been around since around the 4th century.
So that's like 300, or is that 500?
4th century. We are now in year 2022.
Right, but we're in the 21st century, so that would so it'd be the year 300.
4.
I'm not gonna do that math anymore. I'm already hurt. Because the century, so like the first century is 0 to 1.
It would be the 5th century, so it's 400.
There we go.
That. Okay.
There we go.
Yes. We got there.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Set it up.
Okay.
We of course have one two-toned cocktail in here. I wanted to apologize with this next cocktail. I figured you gotta, if you're gonna do colorful cocktails, that's one of the most colorful. But I wanted to do another two-toned cocktail using kind of a fun ingredient that's, I don't know if we've used it here. In fact, I'm almost positive we haven't because we had to go buy it. So I have it at my house, but we don't often have it here. So this one's gonna be called, I called it the Last Empress. For a little bit, but I think I might change the name later. So I know it's gonna pop up, it's gonna say the Last Empress right around, over here somewhere? It's gonna say right over there. Ignore that. I'm calling this the Final Lady Boss. I feel like that's a much, much better name for this.
Sounds like a Jackie Collins book.
Absolutely, Final Lady Boss.
Final Lady Boss.
Yeah.
She had a book called Lady Boss.
Did she really?
Yeah.
That's a
This
good
is the
name.
Final Lady Boss.
Or maybe Final Boss Lady.
But she's no longer with us on this planet, so maybe in the next universe she's riding away.
Hopefully,
so,
because that's all I want to do in heaven is read
Jackie Collins' book.
That's
Oh, you do. You do.
That's all I want. That's my favorite thing.
Yes.
We are going to be building this one called either the Final Lady Boss or the Final Boss Lady.
Okay.
It's a play, a very, very loosely termed play. It's basically a last word, but we're going to be using a pretty special ingredient here, and the way that we're going to be building this is going to be slightly different. So we're going to start off over here. We want 1 full ounce. It says 3/4 down there, guys. We're going to build it as a full ounce cocktail.
So you just changed literally everything.
Just bumped it all up.
What everyone is saying.
I felt like my memory was going to fail me today, so a lot of my drinks today are all 1 part.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's, I don't know what it was about this week, but I was feeling a little under-memoried.
A little Alzheimer-y.
A little Alzheimer-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to hit this with 1 full ounce of some lemon juice.
Okay.
Right there. We're going to hit this with a full ounce of maraschino liqueur.
Yum. Always a favorite.
One of my favorites, absolutely.
Party favorite.
Hard to do this at parties, but yes, a party that you and I throw, Tammy, it would be full of this stuff. Did I? Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. My jigger. No, I don't want to. I don't want this blue. 1 second. Just get all that blue ness out of there.
We're missing a couple of other jiggers, but we'll find them.
We will find them. They're somewhere. 1 full ounce of Luxardo maraschino liqueur.
Okay.
Next thing we want is some green chartreuse.
All right.
Now the green chartreuse. Oh, I gotta face the right way that I'm talking.
Oh yeah.
Like I was saying moments ago.
True. You're always like.
Yeah, I always.
And then my voice gets louder.
On my show, I have a lob, so I can literally talk from anywhere. I just forget how we're doing that. Now you'd think that the green chartreuse would add some color to this, not even a little bit. The green chartreuse sort of disappears right in to this, so we're still gonna get this sort of lemonade-looking color right there, and then we are going to give this a shake without our main our main spirit. The main spirit tonight will be gin, just like in most cocktails that are last word. So in fact, every last word is a gin cocktail. But let's give this a big shake. We want to break up as much of this as we can. We want this to have some chunk, like chunkules of ice floating. Chunkules. We want some BB chunks in there. So give this a really hard shake. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a long shake.
That's a long one.
We have these big ice cubes here. We wanted to break them down into smaller pieces. So let's go ahead and pour this guy.
You're not out of breath. You been working out or something?
You know, I did 100 push-ups today. I'm gonna be just like One Punch Man. Yeah, feeling.
You're normally way out of breath.
Yeah, well, listen.
Shaking.
Yeah, no, I'm out of shape. That's all there is to it. That's the long and the short of it. Okay, so we have this beautiful cocktail. Very nice. It isn't exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about Holi. So we're going to be adding a gin. And the gin we're adding today is one of my favorites. This is Empress 1908. Yes. So the Empress is very botanically, a lot of flavor, but the color comes from something called butterfly pea pod tea, or butterfly pea pods. It's fun because it reacts to acid. So if you start off here in this very blue state, and you add acid to it, you end up in a very purple state. So I wanted to give this a 3-tone look on this one. So we're gonna take this, and we're gonna shove that right in here. We're then gonna put our 1 ounce of
Empress 1908.
Empress 1908. And we're gonna slowly pour this right here on the side of our spoon.
See, who knew that, and I didn't, that the twirly bit on the spoon is meant for exactly what you're doing right now.
That's exactly what it's there for. So now we have,
look at that.
We have the yellow, we have the purple, and then right there on the top, it's a very, very faint, but it is the blue that has yet to touch the actual cocktail.
That is really
so it
pretty.
Looks like a weird old sunset, basically. I'm gonna take this guy right here and this right here. I just want to give this a quick twirl with our lemon here.
A little shoestring garnish.
Yeah, a little shoestring garnish. I don't think I've ever called it that. That's exactly what that is. We're gonna dip that straight in through here. Drop that off the side, and now we have it going through 2 whirls. Now, of course, Tamee, as I hand this to you, the first sip, if you drink it like this, will taste a lot like gin.
Yeah, of course.
Because, of course, that is all gin floating up there. So if you want, you can give that a big stir. Otherwise, I think Empress is something good enough to sort of sip on its own.
I'm going to take a quick sip,
and
then
absolutely. I think that's probably a good way to
stir it. So I'm going to go in because it's so pretty, and I want everyone to see me smile with it in my hand right now. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got the chocolates.
The chunkules.
Chunkules.
Yeah, the chunkules. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Ginny.
Yeah, very well. Yeah. So that's all you're drinking right
I can
there.
take my spoon.
Yeah, get your spoon. Your spoon from our friend Max.
Got my own spoon.
And as you spin that, obviously, this will become more of a just a sort of a straight purple drink.
It still looks really pretty.
Yeah, it is a very. I mean, honestly, Empress.
Look at that.
Empress could have stopped at just the cool purple color.
Yeah.
But they actually did make a very good gin. So kudos to them for not just stopping. They trucked on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is great because every ingredient comes now to the forefront.
Yeah.
Everyone's a lead role in this drink.
Absolutely.
It's refreshing.
Right.
It's ginny, chartreusey. Yum.
Yum, right? I
Love
love
it.
Yeah.
This is really fun.
Difficult to beat a last word in terms of just pure classic flavors combining together and coming together to like create something
absolutely
bigger than the pieces of itself.
So from the trash can
yes,
to a very classy.
I didn't want to end on the trash can.
I mean,
so I started with it. Yeah.
But I like that. That's nice.
We've done a big range tonight, is what we've done so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still not done.
We have lots more. Well, we have
one more.
Yeah.
We have one more.
It's a lot to.
So everyone's saying. Jay Carter's saying, dang, now that's cool.
Yeah.
Betty says, that looks so yummy.
Yeah.
It is. Absolutely. Cocktail Lulu says, great color. Everyone is loving this. Deirdre's here in the house. Cynthia's here as well. Hi to you guys. All right, let's get to drink numero tres.
So drink number 3 is, it's a weird one. It's sort of, I wanted to go a little esoteric with it. So I was making the last word this week, and then I thought, okay, so the last word is a huge bartender cocktail. Another big bartender cocktail is the Negroni.
Yep.
Bartenders love Negronis. It's just
is
one
that
of those.
The same sort of field as old-fashioned? You can tell if someone could tend a bar, make a good drink by an old-fashioned, by making a Negroni.
That's a good question.
Last word.
That's a really good question. So, yeah, I suppose that is the case. So Negronis are interesting because they are another 1 to 1 to 1. They're equal parts. So, with an old-fashioned, you do sort of need to like adjust your drips of stuff. If you are using a fairly basic gin, then most people can make a Negroni. Obviously, there's dilution issues. There's if you have a gin that doesn't work with what's going on. I wouldn't judge people on the Negroni so much, unless they're doing what I'm about to do, which is to say I understand the Negroni so well that I'm going to change the formula. I'm going to take one full piece out of the Negroni.
There's only like 3 ingredients.
There are only 3 ingredients, and I'm taking one of them out. And I'm going to make another version of the Negroni. This is a drink called the Non-Groni.
Okay.
The Non-Groni.
Non-Groni.
The Non-Groni.
Yes.
So basically, the way that the Negroni came about was Count Camillo de Cardi De Negroni became a cowboy at some point, went to America, fell in love with cocktail culture, came back and took his favorite cocktail, which is the Americano, took out the soda water and put gin into it. And that's how we got the Negroni, named after him. I didn't do the exact same thing. I went a little deeper into it.
You should have called this the Cushman.
I should have. My father has told me I can't keep naming things after our family. I feel like at this point it's becoming an embarrassment. So, the way I did it was I took this. Now this is not an ingredient. Oh, sorry, we took it like this. This is not an ingredient that you see all that often.
No.
This is Geniever.
Yeah, people get confused about what it is, and then they walk off.
Right.
They don't,
Well, it's kind of tough to get into. It's a malted liquor or liquor. It's got it's the beginnings of gin.
Yeah.
So it's like gin, but like more.
Really ginny.
You're like,
I'm gin.
That's what this is. So it sometimes gets very difficult.
That's the best way to describe it, though.
Yeah.
Because with words, it's I'm gin.
So there are some people that love Geniever. So there's some people that love
If you love gin.
Yeah.
And only gin,
this
would be for you.
And maybe, and if you like, some people that just like have no taste buds really love Geniever too. Yes. It's really those two people. Now, Geniever, very, very difficult to throw into cocktails, but I feel like I found a way to get this in here. And that is by using one of my favorite appliances, which is this is a cream whipper. Basically what it does is it takes cartridges like such, and it infuses them, or it gets into the cream whipper and it squeezes everything. There are 3 ways, there are more than 3 ways, but the 3 main ways to infuse something are time, heat, and pressure. We are going to be doing pressure today, so we're going to be infusing with pressure. So we're doing
airtight, like suction.
Exactly.
What's it called?
So like
like the vacuum you put on your duvet cover. What was that thing called?
Absolutely.
That sucks the air out.
Yeah, that's it. So like that's that pressure. That's that like pressure. Everything coming together. So we're gonna start off here with 2 cups of strawberries.
All right.
Make sure they're all nice and split and good to go. We're going to throw that in here. Found one of those. We're then going to take our Geniever.
Yeah.
Now, I think we might not have enough, but we're going to be putting in, you want to put in 8 ounces for the cups, so maybe I should have just put in 1 cup and put in the 4 ounces that we might have left, but I'm just going to show you guys basically what we're doing. Oh, I'm going to have 2 ounces. So we're going to have a very strawberry situation going on.
That's fine. I love strawberry.
Yeah, nobody hates strawberry. And actually, Tammy, this is going to be a little movie magic. You and I are going to be drinking from this one. I just want to show people what we're doing.
Oh.
I have this already made.
You have one of those. We made this earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
When Martha Stewart reaches down from her second oven and pulls it out, that's what we're doing.
Uh-huh.
So I have one of these guys. This is nitrous oxide. See ya. This is nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
They also make these in carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide gives you big bubbles. Nitrous oxide gives you very small bubbles.
Okay.
So we want to get this in here. We want to turn quick.
So the soda stream would have the carbon.
The soda stream, yes, that's exactly it. Yeah, they would have the carbon. You don't find a lot of use for nitrous oxide outside.
Don't people do whippets with that?
That was what I was going to say. Outside of a fish concert and inside of dental offices,
Gotcha.
You find a lot of use for this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Other than that, obviously, cream whippers use them for making whipped cream because you don't want big.
That's how I knew it before the bar world.
So I put a second one in there, and we can tell this right down here, this little empty part right down here, this is the safety valve. Basically, if this explodes, it means we've put too much in. It gives you sort of a little, basically gives you time to run away.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we're going to give this here, and we're going to give this a shake, shake, shake.
It's going to be pretty silent, obviously.
Yeah, well, we're going to let that sit for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then just imagine 10 minutes has happened.
Okay.
And then we're going to quickly release. So we're going to press this down as fast as we can. The faster we get it out, the quicker the bubbles go through, which gives you extra pressure, more bubbles going through the strawberries to really make this into a very strawberry situation. So we're going to go ahead and press.
Wow.
Right?
Whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, if you would put your mouth on that and stuck that in, it's called a dissociative drug. You would have sort of felt like you were floating through space. And funny enough, your voice gets really low. It's the exact opposite of helium.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. But I don't think we can do that online. I think it might be an illicit drug. Yeah, so
live on TV or not.
Yeah. So this is what I ended up with. Then is a very red liquid here.
So strawberry-infused Geniever.
That's exactly what this is. This is strawberry-infused Geniever. So I don't know if you guys can tell at this point which of the ingredients I have taken out of this because I've replaced it with a different color.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and put in 2 ounces of strawberry-infused Geniever.
Okay.
Right there.
Ooh, Vera Schmidt in the house.
Oh, what's up, Vera?
Oh, Vera.
We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Give that a squeeze right there. Now, most Negronis, in fact, every Negroni does not have lemon juice in it. It has 3 ingredients, and that is Campari, gin, and Sweet Vermouth.
Yeah.
So that is what we have in here. I needed some sweetener.
Yeah.
In here because the ingredient that I've taken out is Campari.
Yeah.
We're doing this completely without Amaro.
So the strawberry wouldn't give it the sweetness?
No, so actually no sweetness in that strawberry. Do you want to taste this? Do you want to taste this a touch?
Okay.
Yeah. Here I have. Here I have one right here.
Something.
Yeah, we cleaned these just a minute
Oh,
ago.
so it doesn't add the sweet, sugary.
No, in fact, give this a smell first, and then give it a second.
It's got a slight smell of strawberry. It's
Give it
not
a
even...
second smell, thinking about champagne.
Yes.
Do you smell that champagne?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's sort of what we're going for here.
How does strawberries smell like grapes?
Well, isn't that weird? So really, when we get into what Geniever is made out of,
that's nice.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
And like normally, people make that caca face when they're drinking Geniever, especially
This is really yummy. Yeah, well, Geniever needs to be mixed with a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, Geniever is, I mean, again, it's the same thing as like people drinking scotch and they go,
yeah.
There's a lot. Scotch is wonderful, but it does give you the shivers.
Would be me.
Geniever is the same thing. It's a more concentrated. It's more.
I'm June.
I gotta get my gin going.
Yeah. We're June.
It's like a 5-year-old's gin.
June.
All right. So we have our lemon. We have this. I wanted to find another sweetener to go in here, so I'm gonna have you send me that elderflower liqueur. I wanted just more like herbs and flowers and whatnot in here instead of just regular old simple syrup. We went with this, so we're gonna be putting in 1/2 ounce of elderflower liqueur. This one's by the Bols company. Oh, which is also where the Geniever comes from. Yeah, also the Geniever. And then last part, I couldn't get away from it. We do need to put in some sweet vermouth to sort of round this out and make it the full expression of a Negroni. So just a 1/2 ounce of this guy. This is Carpano Antiqua, but any sort of nice, interesting sweet vern should do you very well.
Dolin, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you got. Yeah, those all should do you very well. Now, most times with a Negroni, you do not shake. With this one, we do.
Okay. You said you changed one thing.
Well,
you changed like 10.
Technically, when I put that lemon in here,
yeah,
it changed. So when I put that lemon in here, like the domino started falling. So it's technically I only changed one thing, but nature knocked down the rest of the dominoes because you got to shake a lemon drink. So we're just gonna give this a very light shake. This is not this is a like gentle sway. We call this a rolling shake sometimes. So we're basically just rolling that ice around in here. Okay. And drop that in here. And we want to serve this up in a coupe.
Love it.
If you got it.
What do you need?
Yeah, where's my, here's my Hawthorne. Right into here. So if you were to go into a place and see somebody drinking this, you would automatically assume that they had ordered the Negroni. That is the color of the Negroni, that bright sort of like red, yellow, orange.
But doesn't
color.
a Negroni normally get served in a bucket glass?
No. Either way. So some people you can order it.
So I usually get it in a bucket.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, but it also is served up.
Rocks glass.
Yeah, rocks glass. But you can serve it either way, really.
Well, I like this because there's no ice in it, so you've got to have it stemmed.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Keep it cool.
We don't want to. Yeah,
wait, I was going to ask you if I made a little garnish for you. So get rid of that orange. I just wanted to contribute something.
Actually, I'm just going to put the orange in for flavor, just real quick, and then I will throw it away.
Fine.
There we go. Just go ahead and hit this with some orange on top, and then throw it right over your shoulder. It's gone forever.
See, this is fun because
Ooh.
I love like fruit salads.
Look at this.
And for Holi, I thought we could make a little fruit salad rainbow.
That is honestly, this is now how the non-Groni is served. So
the non-Groni.
Any bar that wants to steal my idea for the non-Groni, just make sure that your bar back can spear fruit.
Yeah, can cut up a little. What do we got here? Got some melons. We got some peach. We got a grape.
Ooh.
Blueberry.
There's one last. Is that pineapple?
That is a mango.
Mango.
Yeah.
I love it.
See. I mean, it's alcohol and vitamins.
It's gorgeous. Honestly, we'll live forever.
Forever.
We'll never die.
Exactly. So I am going to take this off though, so that I can sit here. So.
Yep.
Here we go, everybody. The non-Groni. Oh, yum.
The Geniever.
I mean.
The Geniever.
You would never know it's in there.
The Geniever is the Geniever can be challenging because it is such an apparent thing, but
delicious.
It fits really well in this cocktail because it does stand up for itself.
Yeah. If you hide it really well,
right.
infuse it with a whole bunch of stuff so that you don't taste it.
Right.
This is what you get.
Fabulous.
And it tastes like citrusy, fruity, refreshing, like a hint of strawberry.
Just a
it
baby
tastes
undertone.
Like mandarin.
Interesting. Well, that might be the orange that I sprayed on top of it.
That's what it is.
Could just be a touch of that, but honestly, some grapefruit tones in there. No grapefruit, but yeah.
Yep, absolutely. This is really, really yummy.
This is one of my favorites. One of my new favorites, the non-Groni.
The non-Groni, definitely one of my favorites too. Let me actually.
The trash can is looking worse and worse.
The trash
can. We let it sit there. It's just it's not turning out well.
We can bring this guy back
up. Oh my God! Look at that.
I mean, it does look. Oh jeez.
That'll never come out.
Come out of what? Off my hands?
Anything. Yeah, the bar's blue now.
Wow.
Questions?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what do you got for questions?
We definitely have some questions.
Scrupulous says, whippet?
Oh, whippets.
Well.
Do you want to explain whippets or should I?
No.
Okay. So whippets, since there is a, obviously these are chemicals and chemicals start. Scrupulous.
Who asked?
Oh, scrupulous.
Oh,
Scrupulous. Yes, whippets, basically, if you've ever been to the dentist's office and you have taken the laughing gas, this is laughing gas. So if you take enough of this very quickly, you will get a very quick high from it. Those are whippets. I believe they're called whippets because they come either in these whipping cream cans or because of how whipped in you go in and out of that thing really quickly. You'll see a lot of people like outside of like Fish concerts or like other concerts with balloons.
That's the thing. I've never done it. I've only ever seen people who talk normally. They're like, okay, I'm gonna do this right now. Yeah. And then it's like they're in slow-mo mode for like 3 seconds, and then they bounce right back up. Oh my god, that was so great.
Yeah. Not to be confused with poppers at all. Yes, poppers are a very different thing, and we'll have a Greg.
We'll have a whole show on
later
on all the other things.
Yeah. We'll do our drug show here coming up soon.
Yes. We also have Jimena and Brandon in the house, and what does that say? Hakan SD1, and he asks, are they C chat? I just think yes.
Are they C chat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
We see the chat.
Next question. The chat, and someone else is asking. Jay Carter is saying, is there anything you can replace with that Red Bull instead? Because he doesn't have Red Bull. He's got everything else.
Monster?
Honestly, Jay Carter, I would skip this cocktail if I was you.
Just skip the whole
I would just
thing.
skip it totally, completely, altogether.
Yeah.
But Jay, if you are determined to make this cocktail, you are interested, maybe some lemon juice and some Coca-Cola.
I would say if he has Monster.
The
green Monster?
Yeah.
It's not as good as Red Bull,
No.
really. But tastes similar.
Yeah.
But I would also agree with you, skip it.
Some citrus and some Coca-Cola. If you're determined to make it, Jay, some citrus and some Coca-Cola might do you well.
Paul Bellinardo says, did Andy Warhol create the trash can?
I don't know. Is that maybe?
Which is funny. I just watched a fantastic Andy
Oh, sorry.
Warhol
Should we repeat the question? I suppose.
Probably should.
Yeah. So Paul Bellinardo, we're gonna get better at this. Paul Bellinardo asked, "Did Andy Warhol create the trash can?"
Yeah.
It does look like a piece of art, really.
It does. Yeah. I mean.
Looks like pop art, but Red Bull, wasn't really in Europe in sort of the high time of Andy Warhol. It was actually it comes from China.
Yeah.
Randomly enough. Even though this type of Red Bull is from Austria.
Is that right?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, it's from Austria.
Yeah.
But the original Red Bull is like a thick syrup. You would never think it's the same thing, but it actually stems from China.
Huh.
But this has been around, obviously. Andy Warhol was alive, but I wouldn't think so. I mean, it looks pop arty. Good question.
We doubt it, Paul.
But we doubt it.
Rob York asked, this was a fun question. How did this version of Mix develop out of the original version or TV version?
So Rob asks, Rob York asks, how did this version of Mix develop from out of our other version of Mix? We have another version of Mix that Tamee used to host. She used to go around to bars. That's how they met me. I was in a bar.
That was our Mix Proper show.
That was our Mix Proper.
So that was for DirecTV.
Right.
We would travel around and we would visit exclusive bars and speakeasies and talk to their chefs and talk to their mixologists, and they would show us their fantastic food and drinks. We met you through that.
At the association, yeah.
Exactly. And then we did that for quite a few years, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And we were already obviously all friends, and we were all, the Peanut Gallery, obviously all family, friends and family. And we were playing golf. Yeah. Four of us were playing golf, and we didn't just bring a bunch of Trulies, or some hard seltzers in a cooler. Each and every one of us brought our own cocktail that we stored and divvied up into 4 people, which was funny. We each had our cocktails.
That was in order to show up that day, you had to bring a cocktail, and so we snuck not just a couple cans of beer in our bag. We snuck pitchers, shakers and pitchers of cocktails onto the thing. And from there we sort of chatted about what's next?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
We can't just hang around and
Right.
wait.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what we said. Why don't we just? And it was one of your brilliant ideas. We're like, why don't we just build our own bar?
Yeah.
Because you already had your show.
I had my show
We're like,
going.
why don't we do that for Mix?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, that is how Mix Cocktail Hour came about.
Fun fact, we're actually on our third bar. People probably don't notice this. This is the third bar, although everybody that works here is so good at mimicking the bars.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that we have moved, but we've moved now twice
Yep.
to our now permanent location.
That's true.
Yeah.
And no one really knows.
Nobody can tell.
Yeah. More questions.
Joel asks, does Tamee love Red Bull as much as he does?
Yes, so Joel is asking
Joel?
Tamee, Tamee, do you love Red Bull as much as Joel does?
Depends how much he loves it, because I like it, I love it this much.
It's your national drink.
It's my,
from Austria.
It's my national drink.
Isn't that right? I mean, yeah, you gotta love that.
When we celebrate National Austria Day on
Yeah.
the 26th of October,
Yeah.
Everyone's running around with Red Bull. No,
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of Austrian stuff
Yeah.
on the show. I mean,
Stro 160.
Stro 160.
Yeah.
We've had Nordbernjäger is obviously that's German. We've had some wines. My Glühwein.
Your Glühwein.
My Glühwein.
Sehr lecker.
Stiegel.
Yeah, we've had Stiegel.
Stiegel
That's
beer.
right.
So we've had quite a few things. But I'm assuming, and I'm just going to assume, I love Red Bull more than you.
Oh, dang, Joel, that is a.
Just putting it down there.
That is
Sad.
a smack.
Yeah.
You know what?
So
We
that's
do have
it.
a couple of questions from some of the other.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, guys, yeah, if you are on, if you're watching any of our videos right now, we are putting up shorts and other videos. If you want some questions answered from those, here is a good place to get the answers from those. So we're going to read some of the questions from that.
Absolutely.
So from the coffee maker, Gin.
Oh, great.
This is a big question.
Okay.
PSZ, that's his name.
PSZ, sure.
Okay.
PSZ asks.
TSC.
The alcohol turned into steam and then condensed into the second chamber. Why? And how is it different from just pouring in everything into the second chamber
Sure.
without going through all that crazy?
So basically, Tamee is in a video, a short. It's our. I think it's our biggest short at this point.
At this point, I think it's got almost 350,000 views.
Yeah.
So if you hop on
400,000, yeah.
Sorry, 400,000 views.
So a question that comes up on that, and if you want to
Yeah.
know exactly what we're talking about, you can go watch it. It's bartender makes amazing gin drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look up that. Just look up the one with the highest numbers. And the question that everybody asks, everybody is asking is, what is with this distilling? Why are you doing this? Is it can you redistill this stuff? And technically, in that video, the bartender that is in there is not distilling that liquid at all. What he is doing, and we talked about it earlier, there are three main ways to infuse. One is time, to let something sit in there and let it slowly leach out. The other two are pressure and heat.
Yep.
What he's doing in that is he is using pressure and heat to infuse that gin. So there is no. There's been some questions about the
I think
head.
it's basil and thyme
Yeah.
and something.
I think maple.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing
So
that.
basically, what he's doing is instead of letting that sit for a while, he has brought this little contraption. He's heating it up, which is boiling that, which is going to start to open up the.
It's an old coffee maker.
Right, that's exactly it, yeah. So he's basically going to start boiling that up the same way that coffee infuses, or water infuses into coffee to make coffee. It's going to boil it up. And then the other part of that, which is what makes this kind of cool, is as you heat stuff up, the steam expands. So steam takes up more space than the water does. So it'll start to shoot. It'll create too much pressure. It'll start to shoot. So that pressure, the same way we were using this guy to add extra pressure to like sort of compress everything in there, that's what that's doing. So it's double infusing instead of distilling. It isn't distilling. It's just double infusing. I feel like.
And the video is pretty quick. The whole thing took like 15 minutes.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but the video is over in a minute.
The video is like under a minute.
Yeah.
It was really fascinating to see, and it was so delicious because it then gets poured over a frozen mojito shot.
I love it.
It is delicious.
I wish I would've been there that day.
One of my most, out of the millions of cocktails I've had, that's one of my ultimate favorite ones ever.
Yeah, so check that video out.
Yeah.
If you guys have any more questions about it, if I didn't answer that sufficiently, it is not distilling. It is infusing twice. It's doing 2 different types of infusion.
And finally, the fajita effect.
Oh, my fajita effect, yeah?
Mike, the beer guy, asked, he feels like that this is a combination of an old-fashioned and a Manhattan.
Yes.
It's pretty spot on.
Yeah, I think he nailed it exactly. Yeah, so I'll just tell you where Mike the beer guy, if you were watching.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you for your question very much, Mike the beer guy. The fajita effect is actually a cocktail that I created that I competed with and won Best Los Angeles Bartender. I competed with that particular cocktail in order to, for Fernet, basically. Fernet dubbed me that. Basically, I wanted to find a way to create a classic. It's very difficult to create a classic new cocktail. So I took 2 of my very favorite classics, of course, the Old Fashioned and the Manhattan, and then I found a way to get Fernet in there in a new, interesting way, and that is, of course, how I like to do everything, which is light it on fire.
Yeah,
so I lit the whole thing on fire, and that, again, that heat was able to start changing some of that sugar to sort of caramelize that sugar, make it a little bit sweeter. Some does have a bit of a bitterness to it.
And that's also one thing. First of all, the drink is absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
Second of all, you didn't just win like a trophy or some stuff.
No, I
You
didn't.
had like a WWF
Yeah.
in like old school when I used to watch when it was still called WWF.
Right.
Belt.
Yeah.
Like you won a wrestling match. And third of all, just for anyone who's concerned, whenever we light anything on fire, whenever you see us lighting something on fire in the glasses, we do not use matches. Because that was also a concern. I don't want anyone thinking that we're burning some ethanol or whatnot into our cocktails.
Right.
They are always wooden toothpicks and they're lit on a candle.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
always, butane is always a problem.
Yes.
I see a lot of bars that use butane, the butane lighters, and do it. You don't do that. It literally take a candle, take some toothpicks, stick it in there. Bitters comes out at 44.7% alcohol, so it's slightly higher proof than, say, most of your 80 proof. 44.7% alcohol, so it's I'm not gonna do that math. It's double that proof. So it's gonna be a little bit more, it's gonna be a little higher proof than most cocktail or most liquors. So it'll light up on fire. Please. Don't do it though.
Matches.
Yeah, please. Well, just please don't do it. Please don't light your house on fire and then come back and say Kush said it. Mix Industries denounces all lighting houses on fire.
Yes.
I don't think we have to say that, but we just did.
We're not advocates for that.
Yeah, we are not.
At all.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it.
What a great way to celebrate
Yep.
Holi, the festival of colors, the Hindu festival of colors, festival of love, festival of forgiveness, with these fantastic cocktails. I mean, this one not so much.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
tough
shame.
one.
It's a waste on a Red Bull.
It is
to
a
be
waste of Red
honest.
Bull, but listen.
And a lot of different liquors, actually. For me, my heart aches for the Red Bull.
And
the
unfortunately,
most, to be
we've
honest.
also wasted one for Jay Carter too, because I think Jay Carter tried to make
that's
this,
true.
so
Yes.
we've wasted it twice.
Yes.
Sorry, Jay.
That's fine. Hey, but it's all trial and error, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you knew, I didn't.
Right.
Jay didn't either.
Sorry.
But my favorite, it's a very close tie between these two, but I'm gonna have to say it's the Non-Groni. The Non-Groni with my rainbow garnish is the winner of the week.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Holi.
To you as well.
Happy Holi to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always send us your questions, please. Always remember to like and subscribe. Hop on over to our Patreon page as well, patreon.com/mixedcocktailhour. And we are also on Kickstarter with a whole bunch of goodies. So hop on over to Kickstarter and look for Mixed Cocktail Hour over there. We will see each other live next week. We're going to be busting out a whole bunch of more shorts on our YouTube page as well, so check out all our shorts there. There are lots of bad jokes.
Yeah.
A lot of great mixology.
Yep.
And us, basically.
Especially us.
I mean, short bits of us.
Yeah.
And we'll see each other next time. So I'm Tamee Harrison, this is Scott Cushman. Cheerio.